Hello everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. Today I'm giving you my top 10 favorite Moe, Larry, and Curly Three Stooges short films. Now, for those of you who don't know who the Three Stooges are, where the hell have you been? The Three Stooges are a popular trio that started back um, as far as by themselves in the 1930s, around 1934. They broke free of Ted Healy because they were known before that as Ted Healy and his Stooges. Well, they got tired of his drinking and abuse and uh, just the way he did things. So they broke apart and formed the Three Stooges, led by Moe. Moe was the uh, leader. He took care of all the finances and made sure everybody got an equal share, and they did. And from there, they just took off. And still to this day, they are as popular as today as they were back when they first started. Now, um, Moe, Moe Howard and Jerome Howard, or his nickname Curly, are brothers. They have a third brother who's also in show business, Shemp Howard. We'll talk about him in another top 10 list. And then their friend Larry Feinberg, or Larry Fine, he shortened it up to, completes the Three Stooges trio. Now, my top 10 uh, consists of my favorite episodes containing those three guys. So let's get this top 10 started. Number 10 is Boobs and Arms from 1940. Number 9 is We Want Our Mummy from 1939. In this short film, they are hired to find the tomb of King Rootin' Tootin', or in history sense, King Tut. But in this comedy, it's King Rootin' Tootin'. And so they're on their way, and they take a cab, of all things. They end up finding the lasting rest place of King Rootin' Tootin', but there's several guys who are trying to get it and take it from them, because there's a big award for those who find the king and return him back to the states, basically. And it's always been one of my favorites. Uh, those of you who know the Three Stooges know uh, Curly is everyone's favorite. My personal favorite is Larry. He's the middleman. He's the guy that usually breaks up Moe and Curly from basically killing each other. But this one's just so funny, so memorable. Yeah, and I love it. Coming in number 8 is their first ever short, and that is Woman Haters from 1934. Woman Haters, they um, did this one, and it's more uh, like a play, uh, or not even a spoof, but it is really, it's like a musical in a way. It's the way they do it. So I guess I could put it in that terms. But it is so funny. Basically, the three of them want to join the Woman Haters Club. They're tired of messing around with women. They feel that they don't need them no longer, so they join this group, the Woman Haters. Well, Larry ends up meeting a girl and wants to get married. Well, the other two have to try and convince him that it's wrong and not to get married. And along the way, of course, they get into a lot of mischief, but it is really funny. It's a great way to start off their career by doing this episode or short film. The short films were on average about 15 to 17 minutes on average. Coming in number 7 is No Senses, No Feeling from 1940. This one, they play census takers. They end up at this party playing cards to fill in. Moe and Larry does. Curly is going to be serving drinks. Of course, he mixes up the drinks and makes his own concoction, which makes all their lips pucker. And it's just hysterical when they're trying to play cards and they can't talk. After that party, they end up at a football game trying to get census taken from the football players. They end up in the game. It's just nonstop slapstick in this short film, and it's just always been one of my favorites. This one, along with another one I'll be mentioning, I watched growing up all the time. So yeah, definitely check this one. You can find all these episodes on YouTube, or if you want, you can purchase them still in black and white or in color. So definitely check them out. Number 6 is Movie Maniacs from 1936. This one here, they're on a train. They're on their way to Hollywood. They want to make pictures, and they end up in a movie studio, and they're trying to get in. And of course, they treat the guards by wanting to take one of their pictures, and they have them strike a pose as they sneak in. And they end up on a set where they want to take over this movie. And one of the best scenes is when they're trying to show how to kiss. And each of them take a girl and try to kiss her. Moe does it, then Larry does it. But when Curly comes around, the girl actually grabs him and says, "Oh, Mr. Howard," and then leans him back and gives him a kiss. And it's one of the best and funny scenes in any short. And Curly had a hard time remembering his lines, so pretty much anything he did was improvised. And they told him just to do what comes natural and just do what you want to do. And boy, did he ever. Even Larry and Moe, in interviews shortly before they died, said that he was the greatest and he was the best at improvising his lines. He's like, Ted White, who directed most of the episodes, would just turn the camera on and just let him go. And Jerome Howard, a.k.a. Curly, was just a master at improvising comedy, and it shows in his work. But yeah, this one, it's just hysterical. Number 5 is An Ache in Every State from 1941. This one here, they are delivery men. They deliver ice. Back that time, they had no bags of ice. They had none of that stuff. They brought you around a big chunk of ice and put it in your ice box. And they have to go up this like 6 flight of stairs to deliver this ice. And that is just an hysterical scene. They ended up cooking for the family. It's the guy's birthday who they got into a beef with. They ruined not one but 2 of his cakes for his birthday. And it's just another classic, funny short film. Definitely check it out on YouTube. Like I said, you can find them all pretty much on YouTube. Coming in number 4 is Cash and Carry from 1937. This one is one of the ones I also grew up watching all the time. It's pretty basic setup. They live in the city dump. That's where their home is. And they're prospecting. And they end up finding this can of change, which actually belongs to sister and younger brother duo who were living in the house because the kid needs surgery. Well, the guys agreed to take that money, put it in the bank so it draws interest so they can get the $500 for the surgery. Well, turns out it's going to take too many years to get that $500, so they decide to buy this treasure map and go look for this treasure. Well, they end up in the United States Treasury. But it's another classic. One of the best scenes is when they're down in the hole and Moe wants them to keep digging. And Curly and Larry are just continuously just slapping Moe with the shovels, the back end, the front end, just everything, even a pickaxe. And it's one of the best scenes in any short that involves Moe, Larry, and Curly. So definitely check out Cash and Carry. Number 3 is another one that I grew up watching all the time. It's considered to be one of his Curly's best. It's Disorder in the Court from 1936. That's number 3 for me. I love the setting. Basically, these boys are witnesses to a crime. and they have to testify. And Curly gets up on the stand, getting ready to be sworn in. He has a hat, he has a cane, and that whole sequence where he's getting ready to be sworn in is hysterical. I'm not going to spoil it because I want you to watch it. But it also involves them playing instruments and having a girl dance. And it involves a toupee, them grabbing a gun, grabbing a hose, a parrot. It's so funny. Definitely check it out. Disorder in Court. It's hysterical. Coming to number 2 is Violent is the Word for Curly from 1938. This one, the Stooges start off. They are gas station attendants who start taking care of a car that has 3 professors that are going to be going to a college to basically teach and do other things for this institution. And they start washing their car, do all these goofy things. Well, they end up ruining the guy's car, and they end up in another truck, and they take off. Well, Curly, he ends up frozen in the back of this truck. So they thaw him out, and they find that the vehicle's out of gas, so they put on different clothes, and they end up having gowns on, caps and gowns, and they look like professors. So they're stopped and picked up by the head lady of the school, of this girl's college. And they go there pretending to be these 3 professors. And there's when you see the best song involving the alphabet I have ever seen. It's called Swinging the Alphabet. And they sing the song based on the alphabet. And it is great. Definitely check this one out. You're going to love it. Curly is top-notch in this short. And a little info about the Stooges is Larry does play the violin in real life. And when you see him playing in the episodes, he is really playing the violin. Curly was really good with the drums, of course. Moe was good with the harmonica and certain other instruments. But yeah, Larry was the only one that was actually really playing an instrument, though. I mean, the guys could keep a rhythm, but they weren't actually playing any instruments. But yeah, just Violent is the Word for Curly. Definitely check it out. It's fantastic. And my number 1 favorite Moe Larry Curly short film is the only one that they were nominated for an Emmy for their performance. And that is 1934's Men in Black. Yes, Men in Black is when they play 3 doctors who just recently graduated because they were in the class for too long. So they just basically passed them on through. And throughout this short film, they have to treat different patients, some which are kooky. And along the way, they cheat a delivery boy out of money, which is hysterical. They talk about apple pie, which is another great scene with the nurse. To me, this is one of Larry's best. And overall, I think they should have been nominated for plenty more Emmys along the way. I can't believe they just had the one. But regardless, Men in Black is my all-time favorite Moe Larry Curly short film. So there you have it. That is my top 10. So in the comment section below, give me your top 10 favorite Moe Larry Curly short films. And let me know, did you agree with my list? Did you not agree with it? Let me know in the comment section below. I love the 3 Stooges. I've been a fan since I was a little kid. So definitely check these guys out. You won't be sorry. It's just non-stop laughs and slapstick. Other than that, I thank you guys for watching this top 10 list. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's share the videos. And let's talk about movies, top 10s, rankings, and TV shows. So until next time, I thank you for watching, and check you later.